Today we are going to be giving you some marriage tips.
I like everything about you.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla, creator of Junk Drawer Mom, where hiding is overrated. And on this channel we talk about everything about motherhood, from practical to personal. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. Today I have the pleasure of my husband Rodney joining me. Really. So we are going to be giving some marriage tips. This is going to be a part of a series. I'm calling the series Study is Sexy, because it is. So we're going to just jump right in. I'll give you a little bit of background. We have known each other since 2004. Since 2004, we dated for a while. Now we have been married for 8 years, going on 9. It'll be 9 in August. We have 4 beautiful babies, 3 boys, 1 girl. And so I feel like we've gained some experience over the last almost decade. We've changed a lot. So marriage tips, they're coming.
All right, so what is your favorite thing about marriage?
I would have to say my favorite thing about marriage is
Me.
my favorite thing about marriage is actually being able to grow together. We got married at 21, and a lot of people were like, why are you getting married so young? So, but I feel like that actually gave us the opportunity, because we were so young, we were able to grow in our marriage together, and grow with one another, grow up with one another. And so I really appreciate that about marriage at the moment. You want to say anything?
Yes. She being all, my favorite thing about marriage is that they grow together.
It's true.
One of my favorite things about marriage is guilt-free sex. No guilt. As much as I want, whenever I want.
That is not what we talked about last night.
No guilt. It's guilt-free. It's guilt-free.
All right, so I want to ask the question, what advice would you give to your younger self? Now being married for almost 9 years, what would you tell a younger version of yourself, or what would you suggest to somebody who's about to be married?
I would just encourage myself to be patient, understand that, the differences aren't necessarily something to run away from, something to shy away from. They aren't necessarily warning signs of a failing marriage, but really it's just the outworking of what a relationship between a man and a woman really is. And there are differences, and those differences are healthy, but they are confusing is I don't know what sometimes. And so that's what I would get that little nugget.
So that leads into the next question, which I'm going to ask. If you were to speak to a couple whose marriage is struggling, what advice would you give to them? What would you tell them to do?
Well, probably one of the first things that I would tell them to do is to admit that to one another. I think sometimes, at least some friends that I've had in different scenarios that I've been privy to, it seems like there's this denial phase where, maybe the couple, they're in denial that things aren't healthy, that things aren't growing, things aren't intimate. And so, they just choose to either be upset or be silent with one another, which obviously you can't really get the help that you need if you can't admit that you need help in the first place. I'm a person of faith. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. And so one of the things that I do is I talk to God about everything. And so I would obviously go to Him, and I would go to the people that I know love my marriage, not just love me. Some of y'all got mamas that love you but can't stand your wife, or can't stand, you know what I mean? So That's not good. You need to go to people who love your marriage, who love seeing you and your spouse together. Those people will give you the best counsel, advice that you could ever get. Like I said, they need to love your marriage, not just you, they need to love your marriage. So, what are some ingredients found within a marriage that can help to keep it healthy?
So I personally think, and this might be like, you might think it's a bougie answer, but it's really true. I think one of the main things for me is the phrase dwelling with understanding. And that just means like, I'll say this, there was a time in our marriage where we didn't really understand one another. And I don't know that we actually sought to understand one another. And so I think as you grow in your marriage, actually seeking to understand each other, it just causes way less conflict because you're giving the other person the benefit of the doubt to say, okay, I'm trusting you here. I'm trusting the fact that you're not trying to hurt me. So let me understand where you're coming from. And so I think that having that trust factor and actually seeking to understand the other person will over time create a strong marriage, a healthy marriage. And you, sir?
I would say that you need to be having sex. You need it. No, I'm serious though. No, I think you have to make time to be intimate, not just physically, but to be intimate on all levels, man. To be intimate in conversation, intimate emotionally, physically, and all those good things. I think one of the things that I enjoy the most that we do is just conversation. Like we just talk about life. We talk about our dreams, our goals. We talk about our struggles, and we just talk. I would definitely say seeking out intimacy, seeking to be connected, and doing things together that helps you to feel connected. And one of the most wonderful recreational activities that can be done in a marriage.
Something is wrong with you.
I'm a grown man. I'm healthy. I'm strong. Love the Lord. You dig? There's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with y'all if y'all not nodding y'all head in agreement. Something wrong with y'all.
But more on that in the next video. So you got to make sure that you come back to see the next video. Last question. What is your favorite marriage memory or craziest story? I'm going to answer first. My favorite marriage memory, I think you're going to tackle craziest story probably because that's him. My favorite marriage memory is going to the Dominican Republic. If you ever have the opportunity to go away with no children to an exotic place, please take advantage. I don't care where it is. As of right now, our favorite spot is Dominican Republic. It was beautiful. It was like a week. We were there for a week, right? Mm-hmm. We were there for a week with no children, no care in the world, and beautiful scenery. It was really, really nice. So I think that's probably, and that was our 5-year anniversary. We did that special trip. So looking forward to many more memories that way, because once these kids get grown out of the house, then we gone. All right, craziest story.
Yeah, man, I delivered my second born son, and so I never really wanted to do that at all.
And the way that I feel like every story that has to do with Eli is dramatic, just like his birth. Like, y'all ever feel like that? Like, however the child is born is pretty much kind of the personality of the child. I don't know. I feel like that's the way it is with our children. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I have a story time video about Eli's birth story. So if you want to check it out, click the top of the screen. The card's at the top of the screen. To wrap it up, question of the day. If you guys are married, or if you're seeing somebody, or if you have seen someone, or been in a relationship with someone, that's probably the correct term. What is your favorite memory or your craziest story with that person? Leave it in the comment section below. And thank you for joining us today. Be sure to stay tuned for the next video, and don't forget to like the video if you liked it.
She need to get her skills up.
Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and share it with somebody that you think will enjoy it as well. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, hiding is overrated. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Everything about you.